Anthony is my friend since kindergarten. He helped me go out and save my money. I didn't spend it. Anthony is good friend forever, and me and Anthony went to Mitchelltown. We look at the pet store. We have lunch. Pet store I look in the chapters. Me and Anthony went home from Mitchelltown.
I have a story about my dad, and I have a story about, I guess I was about the same age, maybe a little older, 6 or 7 years old. And I remember going to the grocery store with my dad, getting our groceries and leaving the store with a cart to put them back in the car. And I remember seeing a man outside the store, outside of the door, with asking for money, with some sign written asking for money. I don't remember what the sign said. And I remember reading it. I think there was a little bit of a part of it that I was proud of my new ability to read. And so I remember reading it and feeling good about that. And I remember reading it and understanding and seeing, oh, he's asking for money, and maybe he was on a wheelchair, had crutches, and so I felt really bad for him. He seemed like he really needed some help. So I walk to the car with my dad, and we're putting the groceries in the car, and I said, "Dad, can I have $1?" And he got a sort of puzzled and annoyed look on his face. And I remember looking up at him and seeing his face looking down at me. Yeah, kind of like, not angry, but maybe irritated or concerned. I think more like, why would my young daughter ask me for money, especially after we've just gone to the store and we have all of these groceries and things. And I said, "Can I have $1?" He said, "Well, why would you want $1?" And I said, "Well, there's a man over there and he is asking for money and he needs money." And I remember looking up at my dad and seeing his face and seeing a huge change over his face. Seeing this expression of concern and doubt and almost anxiety to change into a huge smile and wash of pride over him and compassion himself on his face. And it really made me feel great, and it really touched me how he was so touched by my compassion, and that, of course, to a young person who has all of their needs taken care of, that they are likely to see others and to not brush them aside, not let it fade away into the general backdrop of our daily lives, but to really see that person and to look at their needs and to see what could be done from yourself for them.
I started working at PNE during the summers as a sweeper 5 years ago. And every day near the end of the shift, I'd get really tired because you're walking around the grounds trying to keep everything clean. And it's, I wouldn't say really physically demanding, but it is draining. And I had this friend who worked with me. And one day while we were walking around, we saw this fellow. He's just sitting there on the ground, and he looked kind of like he was in pain, but weren't too sure. We're just like, "Hey, look at that fellow just sitting there. It's pretty weird." So my buddy goes, "Okay, I'm just gonna go over there and see if I could help him out." And I was kind of just like, "Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna watch, sort of thing. Just kind of take a break from walking around." So I'm just watching what's happening, and turns out the guy sprained his ankle. And he was just sitting by the curb trying to get a little rest on and seeing if he could, feel better and make his way home after. My friend was like, "Okay, you know what? There's not much I could do over here. We're just gonna leave him there, sort of, and just keep doing our job." We walked around a little bit more, and then part of our duty was to take out the ice, dump out the ice that's been used during the day and it's kind of melting. We don't want to use that anymore. Get fresh ice for the foods and whatnot. Um, uh, as we're doing this, my buddy goes, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pack this up and give it to the guy who's sitting on the curb so that he could ice his ankle." This didn't even occur to me at all before he brought this up, and I was like, wow, you know, like he has such compassion. He's really thinking about other people, even though he's going through such, you know, mental drainage, physical drainage. He still has other people in mind, and I was like, wow, that's just taking me a step back, going, okay, there's really lots of caring people out there. Like that really inspired me to be more caring and more compassionate towards other people. And yeah, that's kind of what inspired me to be more compassionate after that.
My compassion story is about our own family. I learned this when I was small, when I was around 6 years old. Our house is an open house, literally, and literally because our house is a small one without doors. So my father died when I was still young, and my mom accept all the friends of my brothers and sisters. So anybody who's coming to our house are most welcome. Welcome to stay for a while and welcome to eat with us. And I'm just wondering when I was small that all these rich children who are friends of my brothers and sisters keep on coming and staying in our house and calling my mom, Mom. And then one day, a friend of my sister came to our house and she's shivering. My sister was not there during the time because she's having a vacation in one of my relatives outside the city. And my mom asked her friend if she can give a call to her parents because she's sick. And then she said that her parents are not, her parents are not in their house and she's alone. So she decided to go to our house and spend the moment with us. And when my mom learned that she's not in good shape, she gave her an over-the-counter medicine and she let her stay with us, sleep with us, and she attend to her. And when she's okay, my sister learned that she's in our house, so she came home and found out that her friend is already okay. And her friend's parent sent us a letter saying thank you for all the kindness that we have shown their daughter. So basically that's it. It opened my mind to the concept of caring and loving and accepting, and the meaning of compassion is so clear. My mom did not say this is compassion, this is caring, this is loving, but she gave us the meaning of compassion through action.